This is a Cramerotti that was originally pink, as you can see here. Normally, I try to maintain the originality of my bikes as much as possible, but in this case, there was too much damage to the paint, so I decided to strip it down for a repaint. I like the original pink color of the bike and decided to ramp it up to a fluorescent pink color just for fun. The bike most likely was made in Vancouver or Toronto, as Giuseppe Cramerotti was a bike racer in Italy, but he ended up in Canada. He started a bike company called La Bicicletta in Vancouver in 1984, and then opened a second shop under the same name in Toronto. Apparently, the frames were made by Bellato in Italy, with assembly in Canada using mostly Campagnolo or high-end Shimano groupsets. The frames were noted for some exceptional details, including Sinelli lugs, brake bridge, and bottom bracket. The 700 wheel set is most likely original to the bike, as they are NISI Cerchi Moncalieri made in Italy. The hubs are very nice, but a bit of a mystery, as there are no markings to identify the manufacturer. The 170mm crankset is Ofmego, which was commonly installed on Cramerotti special models during the 80s. There were no decals or markings on the bike, indicating that this was a special model bike. The Campagnolo Victory derailleurs helped date the bike to the mid-80s, and the friction shift levers with a plain, simple Campagnolo script were manufactured between 1986 and 1991. The stem and handlebars are a bit of a mystery as well, as there are no markings other than the black color was unusual for a high-end road bike of the time, but I decided to keep it as it was when I got the bike. The Modolo brakes were also commonly installed on Cramerottis during the 80s, and were known for their superb design and workmanship, and made these brakes a go-to for anyone not wanting to pay big bucks for Campagnolo brakes. Interestingly, this bike is a mishmash of components, including the Campagnolo derailleurs and shift levers, Ofmego crankset, and Modolo brakes. It is documented that Cramerotti did have a set build list for their bikes, but the mishmash of components could also be that Cramerotti was known for building bikes to order from a selection of Cramerotti frames and standardized components, thus how this bike came to be. Anyway, this has been a very interesting build for a bike with Italian heritage, and is now ready for some race adventures or just a jaunt to the local cafe for an espresso.